Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yanni and I'm back with another video. So today I brought on my best friend to help me with this commentary. So I wanted to talk about Marsai Martin, and I also wanted to talk about Megan Thee Stallion, and I wanted to talk about Reginae Carter. So I'm going to be starting off with Marsai Martin. She recently went viral over her wig that she decided to wear for the BET Awards. This year the BET Awards was virtual, so you had to tune in from home. Everyone had to tune in from home, and I believe the performers performed behind a green screen this year, and everything was just done virtually. But it seems like Marsai Martin was dragged by Black Twitter, by Black women, for her wig. Let's tune in and I'll be back for the remainder of my commentary. Marsai Martin took to her Twitter to respond to the hate, and she wrote, "Sorry, some of y'all don't like my hair or teeth, which are my actual teeth, by the way. Good thing I don't put my effort into trying to please everyone. I like it, ciao. I'm 16 this year. Let me live. I'm trying to stay sane in quarantine. Enjoy the BET Awards."
So I was on Twitter, and a lot of people have been addressing my hair, or talking about my hair, and how it looks like a grandma's wig. And I don't... and they're talking about my veneers. And this don't look like a veneer to me. And it's hard, it's difficult to run through my mind, but I'm sorry to anyone that I offended or haven't gotten to your expectations about how I'm supposed to be, and I apologize. And I never want to hurt anyone's feelings or have anyone worried about what my decisions are. I'm sorry. Thank you. Y'all, we are in quarantine, and we got more things to focus on than just my hair. Justice for Breonna Taylor.
The interesting thing about this entire situation with Marsai Martin is the fact that this is a 16-year-old girl, you guys, and she starred on the hit show Black-ish. We have seen this girl go from being literally a child on the screen of some of our TVs and things like that, to now seeing her grow into a young woman. And if you have went through your adolescence, you've went through that whole stage of learning and getting in tune with your identity and your beauty, you understand that you go through different phases that were not your best. So what I don't understand is, why are there grown women on the internet dragging a 16-year-old girl? And why is it that Black women are actually bullying a 16-year-old girl over her hair? That's what I'm not understanding. In my previous video, the men that I did a live with made a comment saying, one of the men on the live said that women, we as Black women, are our worst enemies sometimes when it comes to each other, because we do things like this. We bully each other because we're not looking like the Instagram baddie. We're not looking like how you feel we should look when it comes to certain things. A lot of times we as black women, we drag each other for our lack of style depending on your personal judgment or preference, and sometimes we're bullied because of that.
Black women, I think y'all biggest enemies, to be honest.
How? You can't make a statement like that and not go into detail. How?
I'm about to. Women shit on other women way more than we do. I see women shit on women all the time. Like,
well, why? This is so true. This is true. I remember being a kid and I used to get a lot of anxiety around Mean Girls. Did you have to deal with Mean Girls when you were in middle school, high school? Did you ever
we were in the same high school.
I know, but I don't like. We never talked about this. Like, did you ever have that anxiety where if you walked past a group of girls at lunch or in the hallway, and you would just get anxiety because of what you had on, your hair that day?
I remember specifically one time you were there. So I came and I just wanted to dress up nice. I wanted to wear heels to school just because I was like, oh, I feel good today. When I tell you this girl, I won't mention her name, but I know exactly who she is now. When I tell you that I walked into school and she was looking at me through the lunchroom and she was like she did looked at me like, when you're that age, like when Marsai is 16, like when you're that age, you're coming into your own, you're learning yourself, you're trying different things, and let her be a kid. She is 16. Like, I think that y'all forget, like, you know, what age gap we're learning new things and doing new things. I mean, she's in the public eye, but she's still a kid. Like,
do you think part of it is because of social media? It's like everyone has to be polished these days. Like, none of us can go through a phase where we just looking a toe up hot mess.
It's 100%.
Because back in 2012, when the MAC counter didn't have that many shades, I mean, we was all walking around looking 2 shades too light. Or ashy for some of us, and including myself. Like, I would consider myself a safe shade of brown, but even I was walking around looking crazy. So it's like, as women, especially as younger women, we go through those phases where we don't look our best. I mean, I used to walk around looking crazy with my eyebrows. I used to go around, especially when I was trying to figure out how to do makeup. How do you not know Marsai is not in a phase in her life where she's trying to see if wigs even is a thing for her? Because she's really not known for wearing wigs. She's known for wearing ethnic styles. She's known for wearing her natural hair, but she's never done a wig before, and maybe she's trying to figure out if wigs are even for her.
I mean, if you think about it, the whole BET Awards was virtual, and everything is in quarantine. Like, we don't have all the access to hair, makeup, and like all that stuff. So she's probably, you know, doing what she thought best for her, like what she thought looked good, which is fine. She's 16. Like,
I'm sure she didn't have a stylist on standby, and if the BET Awards took place at home this year, she probably did the best that she could with what she had, you know. And for that reason alone, it's like, we got to start supporting black women. I can't be on here saying protect black women at all costs, but then our biggest bullies are other black women. Like, it's contradicting. We all have to get on the same page. We all have to be on the same code. And, you know, maybe sis wasn't looking her best. She could have been going through things behind the scenes that we don't even know about, and you guys are bullying her just unnecessarily. And I've seen this with 4C hair. I've seen this with women deciding to get perms again. I see it a lot, and it's like, this woman is who she is. I am who I am, and we all get choices on whether or not we want our style to be this way or that way. And who's to say that can't be her style? You know, who's to say that her wig was a grandma's wig? I didn't see anything wrong with her hair.
I mean, who cares? We are grown women, and I mean, what do we look like bashing a child?
Yes.
I have a 15-year-old sister. What would I look like bashing my little sister because she decided that she wanted to straighten her hair and it didn't look the best that day? I mean, let her go through her phase of, you know, what she thinks looks good and what she doesn't think looks good. Plus, we already have, like, the world against us.
We do.
As African Americans.
World.
So why would we want to bash a child? Like, You would think that this 16-year-old would be looking up to women such as ourselves,
Exactly.
being like, you know, like
y'all did the same thing to Blue Ivy. Can y'all just stop it? Stop it. And
sad.
Blue Ivy, she
sad.
is growing into such a beautiful girl. She is a beautiful girl. She's always been beautiful, but it's like, can kids go through they awkward, weird looking stages without people bullying them for it? I mean, grown people doing it. It's just like, don't you have some business that you should be taking care of instead of going in on a child? I mean, y'all did the same thing to Blue Ivy. Now, who else? Who was the girl that was in the Olympics?
oh yeah, what is her name? I forgot her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Some people on Twitter posted comments calling her hair messy, unkempt. Someone even used the word hideous. The hair controversy spread like wildfire and became national news.
Many people in the African American community have taken to Twitter to insult Gabby Douglas's hair.
It was trending on Twitter, these conversations about Gabby's hair, and people are literally tweeting about her pulled back ponytail.
So, did you hear about the hair controversy?
Yes, I did.
You did. How were you hearing about it?
Twitter.
Did you go look up on Twitter to see what people were saying?
Well, I looked at my mentions, and they were just like, don't talk about Gabby's hair like that. I love Gabby's hair. Or, Gabby Doug, you're pretty just the way you are. Don't listen to all these negative. And I'm just like, what are they talking about?
What are the negatives?
So then I searched it just to see what they were talking about. I put Gabby Douglas, and then first says Gabby Douglas hair, like the first one on Google.
Was Gabby Douglas hair?
Yes, and I'm like, what are these people talking about?
Oh.
I was so confused, but I don't want to focus on the negative.
Okay, but I do. So let's let's finish talking about it, because I think that is so sickening. I mean, that just sickens me. You know why it sickens me? It sickens me, number one, because it started with African American women.
Yes.
Because we're the only ones who would even care to notice.
Yeah.
Because the whole world is looking at your athletic prowess. And there are a few naysayers, haters, who are on talking about your hair. I thought your hair was cute. You know what I thought? I thought, oh, gee, everybody's doing the same hairdo. Because yours is pulled back, and then it had a little flippy thing out there. Yeah, I thought that everybody had just decided, oh, we're going to do the same hair. And it's obvious to anybody with a brain that the reason why you have the clips is because you don't want to flip and have a piece of hair fall down.
Thank you.
We got to stop it. Like,
I just
we
have
have
never been the one to talk about somebody's kids. I mean, it's just not.
I don't like talking about people, period, because I used to be the ugly duckling. I used to be the fat one. Like, I don't do it because it's just not my thing. Like, I know what that feels like to be picked on by a mean girl, especially being tall, feeling awkward already, and then you still have to deal with the mean girl. Like, middle school was horrible. Before I even went to the middle school how we met.
Yeah.
The middle school before that was horrible. Like, I used to get picked on every day on the bus by other girls. Like, girls were just so freaking mean. I don't know why, but they were just super mean. I'm gonna move on to Reginae Carter. She recently went on her live to check the haters that were commenting on her body. I've seen it personally on the Shade Room. Every time Reginae is posted to the Shade Room behind a Fashion Nova partnered post, she literally gets dragged in the comment section, or whenever she posts with that little clique, you know, the Lori Harveys, the Tiana, that little clique, whenever she gets posted with them, they always compare her body. And, you know, her being a brown skinned girl is already hard. Then, not only that, she's natural. She chooses to be natural. We need to embrace more young women choosing to be natural, choosing to feel like, you know what, I'm enough. I don't have to change my body. And I really do admire Reginae going on her live addressing it, because she is constantly getting dragged on social media for not having fake boobs, for not having a fake butt. And if it's her choice to be natural, just respect it.
Y'all hating on me? Because I see some people saying leave Reginae alone. Why is y'all hating on me? I just came on here to just have a good time. And then y'all want to hate. Why? Why are we hating? Like, I never understood it. Here we go. You will not make me feel any less because I don't have no body. Okay? I love a person who wants to get made up, and go lay on the table. If they do as please, I respect them. But baby, I don't want to. So I'm gonna keep my flat ass, and I'm gonna keep my flat, and I'ma just do me. You get it? You get it? Okay. Because now y'all got me sweating. Because I'm really tired. I'm tired.
Why do you guys have to comment and compare women's bodies against, like, you're literally putting two women against each other, and it's just not necessary. How do you feel when it comes to the plastic culture world? I feel like, me personally, I don't see anything wrong with plastic surgery, but I also want young women to understand it's not something that you have to do. And Regine is basically pushing that message on her platform, and I really admire her for that.
I mean, it really is like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. There's always going to be somebody saying something about, if she were to have gotten plastic surgery, there would be a whole conversation about her getting it done. So, I mean, it just sucks that you're put in that predicament where you just, nothing is right.
And it's just always best to do what's best for you. Plastic surgery may be for you, it may not be for you, but we have got to stop bullying other women for choosing not to get it or to get it. It's the same thing with the natural hair community, or just black hair period. When it comes to the black hair community as black women, we will bully women for getting perms now, and it's just like, it has got to stop, you guys. If this woman chooses to do this with her hair, it's none of your business, point blank period. It's not your concern. It's not something you should even be commenting on. Like, never comment on a woman's appearance, especially when you're a woman and you know what it takes to put in effort, when you know the pressure that you feel when it comes to your beauty when you get up in the morning. We just have to start supporting each other in a healthier way. If you're gonna comment on somebody's hair saying they don't look good, or somebody's makeup and it don't look good, help them. Don't just comment.
It's about uplifting. I don't even understand at what point somebody else getting work done, or somebody else doing what they're doing for themselves, how it became our business. I really don't understand it. But
I will say this. I had a complex at one point. And the complex was, and I'm not blaming the black church, but I will say some of my complex came from the black church, and this whole righteous, this is right and this is wrong. And I was so sucked into that sometimes I would say certain things, I would word it in a certain way to make it seem like, oh, well, what I'm doing is better. And we have got to stop doing that. Like, I literally get that from the black church, because they literally teach you from 5 years old and up, this is the right way, this is the righteous way, and this is the way that you have to live your life. And if you're not living, and so I took that and I ran with it. And I don't know what age, but like at some point I realized, I'm like, what is wrong with her doing it that way?
Who's to say what's right and what's wrong anyway?
Exactly.
Scratch all that stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, let's learn to uplift each other. I mean, a lot of times women that are getting, plastic surgery, that it's an insecurity. There's something that they're fixing that makes them insecure. So how you feel whenever you're insecure about something. So why not try to uplift them and make them feel better about that insecurity that they felt like they needed to get fixed?
Right. And there's nothing wrong. Like, if you feel like this will help you in your self-esteem levels, your confidence levels, and things like that, then do it. I don't see anything wrong with that. If it makes you feel better about yourself, why not?
I agree.
It's not hurting anyone. I promise. It's not hurting anyone. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is Megan Thee Stallion. She got a new boo.
I didn't know this.
Nobody did.
Okay.
No one knew she got a new boo. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is that we're seeing new behavior out of Megan Thee Stallion.
Stop hitting my phone, because I got a man. I'm just playing. I do got a don't like that.
Hey, I'm her nigga. I told y'all. I told you.
And he's on fine.
And he's damn cute.
And he's damn cute.
She's not blasting herself on social media when it comes to the men that she is dating. She has learned her lesson. Hopefully I'm not speaking too soon. I'm going to give sis the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give sis the benefit of the doubt that she is one of those that, she really learns from her experiences quick. And we didn't even know she had a new boo. So she's been super low key, booed up in quarantine, which I love to see. I love to see black women being loved on. When it comes to social media and you dating, because dating is not what it used to be, blasting yourself on social media is just not something that I would ever advise, because so many people get in your business, family, strangers, and you may be going through a period in your life where this is an experience to enhance your growth in life. But if you got everybody commenting in on your business because you put it out there, it really takes away from your growth. You may even be doubting yourself with your decision or your choices at that time, but maybe you were meant to make the wrong decision so that you could learn from the experience so that you can grow. But if you're plastering it all over social media, you got all these people chiming in, telling you what to do, and maybe you don't need to hear all that. Sometimes it takes you figuring it out on your own so that you can grow, so that you can learn, so that you can move forward.
Yeah, I know a couple of people who have a lot of followers who have been in very open relationships on the social media, and you know, whenever things go wrong, or you know, they've broken up with this person, then you've got like your followers commenting like, well, what happened to this person? Yeah. And you know, when you're posting somebody else, and it's like these people are like, you know, I'm not with them anymore, stop asking about it. Ooh. But you can't expect, right, you know, these people not to ask about it when you're, you know, bringing this situation for them to see.
Right. So once you put it out there, it's out there and you can't take it back, period. So you have to be very, very particular about what you post, how you post it, when you post it, etc., etc. But that's all that I wanted to talk about today, you guys. So Alexis here, you should follow her on Instagram. She's a plus size model. And that's all that we have regarding this video. I would love your thoughts and opinions. Please comment them down below. And also share some experiences or just knowledge that you may have to help out the next woman. Period. Okay? Bye, guys.